Hey everybody, it's David Sirota. So there's been a lot of attention lately on the question of foreign influence on American elections and foreign influence on American politics. What there hasn't been much attention on is the continued influence of foreign government lobbyists on American politics and American elections. Donald Trump and Mike Pence campaigned on a promise to try to end that influence. They issued an ethics reform package in October of 2016 in which they pledged to end that influence. Their ethics reform package said they were going to, quote, ask Congress to pass a campaign finance reform that prevents registered foreign lobbyists from raising money in American elections. Now, the reason I tell you that is because Mike Pence's Political Action Committee very recently courted donors at a major lobbying firm that currently represents foreign governments. That's right, the New York Times reported that Mike Pence's Political Action Committee was introduced to and courted donors, prospective and potential donors, at the BGR lobbying firm, which represents, among others, the Ukraine, Azerbaijan, Kurdistan, and Saudi Arabia. That's according to federal records. So here we have a situation in which Donald Trump and Mike Pence campaigned promising to reduce the influence of foreign lobbyists on American politics, and Mike Pence, the vice president, his Political Action Committee is meeting with potential donors and courting potential donors at a lobbying firm that represents those same foreign governments. And I think this is a part of American politics that has not gotten enough attention, that while there's all of this sound and fury about the influence of foreign governments on American politics, and there's obviously that's through the question of Russia and how much Russia is influencing the Trump administration and how much it influenced the Trump campaign, there's very little attention paid to the ongoing influence of foreign governments on American politics through their registered lobbyists in Washington, D.C., their registered lobbyists in the United States. There are no laws right now on the books to restrict or prevent registered lobbyists in the United States who represent foreign governments from helping candidates raise money for federal office or fundraising for them directly, and their lobbyists giving to them directly. This seems like a hugely dismissed and ignored issue when we're talking about the ongoing influence of foreign governments and foreign powers on American politics. And this says nothing of the fact that there's all this outrage about foreign government influence on American politics when multinational corporations are regularly and have been regularly influencing American politics for years. So Pence himself campaigned through the Trump-Pence ticket on a promise to end that influence, and his personal Political Action Committee is courting donors at a lobbying firm that represents foreign governments. Now, obviously, there's a hypocrisy there. But again, I think it speaks to a bigger issue, the bigger issue of that we're having a very narrow debate about foreign influence on American politics, and yet there is this ongoing influence of foreign governments on American politics through the army of federal lobbyists in Washington, D.C., who are ongoingly and actively lobbying the American government while they represent foreign governments. It's a huge issue. There's a huge amount of money at stake, and yet it is being completely and totally ignored.